Tyler, what's the delicate balance like between knowing that Terry and Jimmy aren't there and more is needed, but also trying not to force? And can you sort of take us through your afternoon and how it progressed?
Yeah, I mean, I credit to Boston. I thought they came out, with a lot of energy. They really, applied pressure from the beginning, on both ends of the court. Definitely making things difficult on our end offensively. And I don't think we played with enough, force and effort on the defensive end, especially to start the game. I think there was a couple of 50-50 balls, loose balls that we could have came up with, that they came up with, and that's definitely one of the areas we wanted to focus on in this game tonight.
Tyler, the defense is built on kind of protecting the paint and limiting rim attempts, but when a team is shooting that many threes, what's the balance like of, those are some of the shots you want to give up, but at that volume, how much is too much?
Yeah, they shot almost 53s tonight. And we knew that coming in. They're a volume three-point shooting team. They get a lot of threes up per game, and that's their game plan. For us, just watching the film and coming up with new or different ways to limit their open threes and who we're giving their threes to. Even though they are all shooters, they can all shoot the ball. But just trying to force them into, tough twos and getting them off the line a little bit.
Looking at the afternoon individually, can you kind of assess your performance? What was Boston doing so well to kind of make you struggle a little bit? I know there's a lot of deflected shots there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just applying pressure and making things difficult, not, really allowing me to get comfortable really from the beginning. They did a great job with that. It's one game and they're going to leave it behind us and keep it moving.
Tyler, you guys are kind of known for next man up mentality, sort of fighting for every inch. How do you maintain that after a game like this?
I think there's some positives to take away. Obviously, they, really opened it up there in the second, third quarter. Hit a couple not a lot of threes, which really opened it up. But I liked how we fought in the fourth quarter, getting it back to, 10, 15. I think our big emphasis going into the fourth was just come up with some solutions and figure out what we can take from the fourth quarter into the next game. And I think we did pretty well with that. We just had to continue to watch this film and see what we can do to adjust for the next game.
Hey, Tyler. You had to take those two play in tournament games additionally, and the Celtics were pretty well rested. What do you think, what an impact also this had that you guys played two more games and they were so...
Yeah. No, I don't think that had an impact at all. If anything, we should have been coming out with more energy and fire from the beginning since we've been playing. They were resting for almost a week, so I think that was more of on our part. We just pretty much played in a playoff game 2 days ago, and we didn't bring that same energy and that same force to tonight that we did in against Chicago.
Bam, you've been seeing a lot of doubles and a lot of help the past few weeks and months. They single covered you for most of the night tonight. Were you surprised by that, and how did that change things for you and the offense?
Yeah, for me, it didn't change. You coming in this game, game one, I came into the game being aggressive. That's it. If you're not going to double me, I'm going to try to go score.
The intention maybe going to this game was to kind of make it into the mud. Do you feel like that was what happened, or do you think that Boston played to its strengths, and do you feel like that's going to be a focus for game two?
I feel like, the start of the game was the icing for them. They got out to a large lead, and they kind of, held on to that throughout the game. But as you're seeing, if we don't get off to a start like that, we fall back into this game. So I feel like it's a different result if we don't let them get off to a hot start.
5, 6, 7 years ago, I guess you got your first playoff experience. How valuable, I know it's not the result you guys wanted, but how valuable is this experience for Jaime just getting his first playoff game and first playoff start as well?
You just you understand how important every possession is. You understand how important, every possession, every shot, turnover, everything matters. From knowing schemes to knowing every detail, because you don't want to look back at the game, and obviously, we lost a couple, but you don't want to look back at the game and be like, if I had have done this, it would have been different. So I feel like he really handled it well. He took his shots with confidence, and he played winning basketball. We just didn't win.
Hi, Bam. Knowing that this series is a series that many people look at it because of the last season of the playoffs, and people kind of, want to see how is it possible again that last year everyone thought you're not capable of doing that, and to see can you be again the underdogs even though your team doesn't look like that. Do you think you kind of get underrated again now just because of Jimmy's out, and can you share some thoughts about that?
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna look at us and be like, we can't win because we don't have Jimmy. You look at records because we was in a play-in. And then you look at their record. Any case may be, at the end of the day, you got to play the game. You got to go out there and compete. You can't say somebody's gonna win over somebody. We haven't played the game yet. So from that standpoint, we know we're going into the game with people doubting us, people not believing in us, but the guys in that locker room believe. So, as long as the guys in the locker room and the coaching staff believe, we always got a chance.
Bam, is there something to take away from this game? Because in that fourth quarter, guys did go on a run, backed by DeLon and what he did. Can you just kind of talk about that and maybe what to take away from that into game two?
Like I said, man, I feel like it's a different ball game. They don't get off to a hard start in the beginning. Like you said, we went on the run in the fourth, but if that start doesn't happen, and it's ball in there, ball in the four, and we get those 50-50 balls, it's a different ball game.